So check this out. This is the Big Bike Race, and it is from Tomy. It appears to be a racing game with little bicyclists on a track. Got this off of eBay, thought it would be neat, and I do love Tomy, so let's take a closer look. Here it is. It is not complete. I have 3 bicyclists. I am missing the white one, missing the cool flags, and missing this cover here. So this is where the flags are supposed to be, and there's supposed to be a cover for the battery case. Finally, I'm missing this kind of background piece. I would be shocked if this thing works. It takes 2C batteries. It doesn't look like there's any control. It looks like you're just a kind of a passive watcher of this thing. The bicycles are kind of cool. There's a magnet on the bottom, and as they roll, check it out. This is pleasing. Mine did not come with any instructions, but down here it does say, before starting the race, always locate position of the magnets within the start and goal circle. Set each bike on its magnetic position, then select by the dial how many times around the track the rider will race. Here's that selection: 1, 2, 3, 4. So that seems to control something. This, I don't know if this is just a noise thing. The directions suggest that the magnets are in the start finish, but 3 of mine at least are over here. If I take a magnet, it goes to that. Here are the starting points more specifically. So it looks like there's 4 lanes, 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is the bottom, and interestingly enough, it does say move this kind of lever to the left or right to give more random results. I'm wondering what the mechanism is inside, so I'll definitely take it apart. And again, I would guess that it won't be even working, that the motor's probably frozen up. There are 2 batteries in. I'm assuming the way to turn it on is to turn the dial. Okay, so that actually shockingly turned on. So I got to find out where the magnets are and actually put the bikes on there and see what happens. So I have them on their magnets, and they are now in the starting circle. So I'm going to try, I guess, at least 1. Oh my God, they're going. Oh, the green guy got stopped. Well, he definitely leads. Oh, so green's in the lead. Blue took over. Red coming on the outside. Green. Oh, that's a, so how many? Oh, 1 more left. Oh my God. So that is shocking that it is working. All right, so now I'm actually going to pay attention to see, does the lead change? Blue is in the lead and red is at the back of the pack. So let's do another 3. So blue is still ahead. Love the pedaling. Blue's in the lead. Oh, blue's still in the lead and red is still behind. So they ended up like they started, which is disappointing. I want there to be a change in lead. I'm going to do it again and see if I get anything different. Just did 5 laps and I got the same results. I'm going to throw that switch on the back and see what it does. Threw the switch on the bottom. Don't know if I'm making it more or less random, but let's try. Do 3 laps, 4 laps. That'd be the exact same finish, I think. Yeah, it is. I'm a little disappointed, I'll be honest. I should probably leave well enough alone, but I do want to see what the mechanism is inside, so I'm going to take these screws out and see what I can see. All of the screws are out, and this piece of kind of cardboard is just going to lift up and out. I got the batteries in, tipped upside down. Let's see what happens. All right, so that thing is where the magnets are. I would think that's a magnet. There's a magnet. I wonder if it's supposed to be twisting and turning more. So this is the switch that changes the variability. So look what that's doing. That's barely doing anything. Took off this green piece. This is 1 of 2. One's on the other side. This just seems to be a piece that kind of keeps the white guide rail taut. It kind of goes behind this ledge here. So I think that's really the only purpose. Removed this piece, and you see the main thing that has the magnets in it. This white piece is just actually kind of inserted. I don't know. It's stuck in the center. There is on the side here kind of ridges, and on the sides of the wheel here there's also ridges, which I guess grips it and makes it actually spin. Otherwise it might just kind of slide in the same position. Here is that red piece out of here that makes the white belt go. There's a big gear here. The white belt, I believe, is passing through this groove. The motor must be in here. Here's a counter. To give you an idea how the lap counter works, so right now it's off. This is kind of where the control, arrow is. And you can see that this piece and this piece are separated. As soon as you turn it to a lap, this kind of goes over. That touches, which makes the motor go. You're set for 5 laps right here, and every time that the horses come around with that big gear, this is pushed in, and now you're at 4, now you're at 3, now you're at 2, now you're at 1, and then it pushes it up and off, and you can see that that turns it off again. Taking off the gearbox, you see a relatively simple motor. Turning a couple of gears here, which does turn this main one, which is going to turn that white belt. So I think I have some sense of how that variability switch works. I think if this thing is tighter, so if you throw the switch and this gets a little bit tighter, this will always be up against this, and so it will, tooth for tooth turn very consistently. Whereas if you loosen it up, there's a little bit of play, and so if this white thing is loose, I think it might slip more, right? So like I can just slip by without having to turn, whereas this is tight, it's in the teeth. So I do believe that is the factor that would make it more or less variable. I really do think that this should not be so consistent. I really do kind of think that blue should not have won every single time, so I'm not sure why that's happening. I have reassembled it, and interestingly enough, they're in a slightly different starting position. Red is staggered in front of green. There would be, if there was one, I had the 4th one, it would be in front of blue. Do 3 laps. So it's basically the same, red, green, and blue. I'm gonna try an even number of laps, see if that makes a difference. So I did 6 laps, I didn't film it. We got a different winner, blue. Red's actually in the end, so I guess there is some variability. So if you happen to have had this toy, let me know what the variability was. Was there a regular change in winner? And was it unpredictable or was it predictable? So this was the start over here, and then here's races 1, 2, 3, etc. Up here at the top, I show who came in first and who came in second and third. But then what's most important is that there actually was some diversity in terms of who won. And so my pictures were not perfect. You can tell that I sometimes caught them before the starting point, a little bit after the starting point. So that's not great. But I think in general it does show that there was some variability. Blue won 6 times. I said that there was one tie in the 7th race. Red won 3 times and green only won twice. So blue seemed to be the winner. I'm not sure why I started to get more random results, whether it was just the game kind of warming up, so to speak. It did seem to get more random with time, which is good because that's what I would expect from a game like this. So again, if you played, please comment below. Thank you for watching. Please consider subscribing. Remember, thumbs up never hurt no one.